minutes of yours? Yeah. So let me just continue. Thank you for that reason. Yeah. So we were just talking about the verb, that means the action. I'm not concentrating on your chat. So all is well, I believe so. So let me just continue. So verb is all about the action, and action has been divided as what? Present, past, and past participle. Don't take it as tenses. Tenses differs from verb. Now we are talking about only the action word. Sentence, only the tense comes over there. So let us just remember, we are talking about part by part the words and its position. So here parts of speech is based on the positioning of the word. That is what is very, very important, because each and every word could act as noun as well as adverb as well as an adjective or a preposition. For example, since can act as what? Conjunction as well as preposition. So one should not get confused with the position of since. So that's why we want to just know about parts of speech. So that is what the start of the class is. So we were just talking about the importance given to each and every word. So here we need to just talk about the position of words, correct or not. That is what we have to look forward to. So whatever the question is given, that comes under what? Fill in the blanks. So whatever the question is, that is based on parts of speech. Either they will be asking conjunction, or they will be asking forms of verbs, or they will be asking the verb forms, or they will be asking with the comparative word. So something which I want to talk about. So let us just talk about the introduction of what it is all about. So just remember, position of the words are correct or not. That is what we have to analyze. So we were just talking about verb. Verb means what? Action word. And action word has been divided as what? Present, past, and then past participle. What makes the difference? For example, when I just go with the word present means habit. Or often it happens. Frequency is more frequent. Or else it should be a fact, or else stable idea. For example, the train chart and all. So so and so train leaves so and so station at 9 p.m. something like that, isn't it? So stabilized idea. So that comes under prominent kind of chart that need to be spoken. Although 9 p.m. didn't happen, that is a future time, but still we need to just remember everything need to be taken in present form. So that's what is the present form and its position. Now moving on to past. What do you mean by past? Finished or completed form of verb. Finished or completed form of verb. That is what is past. Now what do you mean by past participle? The action and its experience with you. So that means what? Experienced action. For example, I visited Delhi. So I'm just talking about my visit, whether I have visited or not. So I visited Delhi. It's a simple sentence. That means what? Yeah. Somewhere I visited Delhi. There is nothing to just talk about that. But when I go with the word, I have visited Delhi, that means many queries will be there. When did you visit? So I have visited Delhi last year. So that is what is the completion of the sentence along with the verb form. So that means what? Whenever we go with past participle, that means those people are. That main verb acts as a VIP. So VIP need to be given with the venue, with the time, with the proficiency of an assistant also. So that's why this past participle won't come all alone. This need to be specified in each and every style. So that means what? The time should be mentioned. And whenever it is present tense, don't get confused. Tense is different and verb forms are different. So whenever it is present tense, that means present form of tense. Okay, so that you will be able to know by just the word like since and for. So these are the words which are usually used in perfect form, isn't it? So what do you mean by present perfect tense? So there I have to make use of since or for. So I have been teaching, or I have taught. So I'm talking about my experience. So I have taught to several people for 2 years. So that is what is the idea behind it. So every time when I go with perfect tense, or when I want to just talk about past participle, that will come with a helping verb. So there should be a mention of the time, and then helping verb should be there to help the main verb. That is what is helping verb. And everything should be complete. So that is what is the idea behind past participle. So moving on to the next area, whenever it is all about past then. So okay, we are okay with present perfect tense. What about when we are dealing with past perfect tense? When we are dealing with past perfect tense, then we have to remember one thing. This since will be changed as what? Just remember all these things. You'll be able to get your answer just in fraction of seconds. So past perfect, the words which are used are before, or else while, or else when. So these are some of the connection to just identify whether you are there, or else again after, or else last week, last month, past month, something like that, past period. So yeah, the time will be given as before, or while, or when, or after, or last, or past period. Am I audible? Yeah, few people are coming with a text that I am not audible. I'll just speak about the difference between since and for later. Let me just concentrate on the division of tenses. Am I clear to you now? Could you just respond? Am I audible? Fine then. So few of them are facing problem. I'm not sure why. For few of them, I'm not audible. So please do correct your network now. Now it is your turn. My turn is over for today's day. So let me just concentrate on the third part. So what makes a difference now? If it is future, it is future perfect tense. So if it is future perfect tense, so what should be the connectivity? The connectivity could be given by the word by. So the maximum connectivity is by usage. So to connect with the time, you will be making use of by. So we will be talking about all those things later. But anyway, try to understand the usage of present, past, and then past participle. Fine with that. So moving on to singular verb and plural verb. So here verb with S is always singular. Verb with S is always singular. So remember that. Now moving on to plural verb. We were never taught about what makes a verb to be singular and plural. So right now we have to just concentrate on all those things. My God, I'm not. Yeah. So plural verb means what? Verb without S. So what is the plural word for is? Are, isn't it? Was, were, has, have, does, do, goes, go, comes, come, And what makes the past of all these verbs? Not to be bothered. So is and are, is and are. The past is, the past is was, is the past is was, are the past is were, has alone I have to speak about that. So the past of has is had, and have again the past is had. And for do and does, the past is did, and then for goes went, and then for come or comes came. Now past participle. So past participle of had, has or have is again had, did is done, went is gone, and then came is come. But this will utilize a helping verb. That will utilize a helping verb. Helping verb could be anything, be form of verb. So we need to talk about all those things. Yes, we are going to talk all about that. So let me just move on to modifiers. Move on to modifiers. So modifiers means what? So I have completed INV. Nothing important, not very important, because that you need to face when you are entering for a bank exam and all. Now let us concentrate on these two A's. So what do you mean by these two A's? So another name given to this one is named as to be modifying words. And not much questions are asked on that, but anyway, let me just talk about all those things so that we are totally clear with parts of speech and its position. So it is named as to be adjectives, and adverbs. So what do you mean by adjectives? Quantity or quality? Quantity or quality. And what do you mean by adverb? Adding the quality of a verb, isn't it? So adding the quality of verb or adjective or another adverb. Remember that. Now just talking about much more thing about that. For example, they'll be asking the comparative word and superlative word. So remember forms. So the forms are good. So what is the next form of for that one? Better, and then best. But if the word is handsome, now how many syllables are there in this word? In this word, just one syllable, isn't it? So the main word, just find out the syllable. So just one syllable, you can go with the word er and est as the suffix. But whenever there is more than one syllable, this is the word. More than two syllable. Let us just find out. Either two or more than two. So more than one only. Let me write down. More than one. Then the right degree of explanation is more handsome and then most handsome. And they do confuse us by giving the word with the extension of er and est. So ensure before just judging the adverb and the adjective. So syllable means the break in the word, the break in a word. So for example, how many words are there? So modifier. So modifier. So that makes the syllable. That makes the syllable. So what is, how many syllable for this word? Good. That's all. So one syllable. What about this word? So handsome. So that's why two syllables. So we can just go with a word. There is no word as handsomer and handsomest, isn't it? So there we need to just go with the word more and most. So remember the usage of more and most. That is what is the idea behind it, behind this one. So moving on to the next word. So noun, we need to just talk about that. So noun, anything that you can see, feel, that you can see, feel, or touch. And sometimes could be named. And sometimes could be named. That is what is a noun. For example, we can see pen, paper, laptop and all. But what about our feeling? Confidence could not be named, isn't it? So confidence and then security, all these things cannot be named. So that's why this comes under what? This comes under feel. So ignorance, that cannot be seen. So again, that is a noun, isn't it? Now touch. So anything that you can see, feel or touch, that is named as to be a noun. And sometimes it could be named. So few nouns cannot be named. So that is what the angle of speaking is. So hope you remember all those things. And again, I need to identify whether the noun is singular or plural as subject and object. So in a sentence, it comes out as to be subject, verb, and then object, or it could be anything. It could be vice versa also. So we need to just remember whether the subject is singular or plural. So that we have to just note it down. So yeah, so these are the noun usage, and these are some words on which we have to concentrate. So whether the noun is singular or plural, that will be counted in our subject verb agreement. Remember that one. So moving on to the next word. So C stands for the word conjunction, and we have spoken about that in our para jumble sentence, isn't it? So need not to just talk about all those kind of words. But what do you mean by conjunction? Conjunction is the link. So junction means meeting point, and con means together. So it is a meeting point for two words or two phrases or two sentences. Just remember the usage of and but. So many times I have just thought about this one. So what is the usage of and? And means parallel, whereas but means contrasting. For example, if I just go with an, let me just take an example. Ram and Shyam are good. But when I just go with a word, Ram is good, but Shyam, sorry. But Shyam, now the contrasting word, that means what? The opposite of this word. So remember one thing, whenever the but is used, you need to just contradict your opinion. We need to just contradict our opinion. So that is what the idea is behind this one. So yeah, so Ram is good but Shyam is bad, isn't it? That makes the immediate contradiction. But Shyam is bad. So that makes a sentence. So that is the usage of conjunction as positive word or negative word, and many more conjunctions are there. So because is a conjunction, since is a conjunction, that depends on the sentence structure. So remember, that is the usage of conjunction. Now moving on to the next part of it. So the next one is article usage. Yeah, many times we get confused with the article, the correct placement of the article. So let me just talk about that. The next A stands for the word. Articles, and the words everyone knows, but let me just differentiate the article. Sorry. The words are A, which is used for introduction, and then and then and usage, again introduction, and again singular, singular noun, again singular noun, and then what is the usage of an? A is used with consonant sound, whereas an is used with vowel sound. Now, what do you mean by consonant? What do you mean by vowel sound? Vowel sound means where the tongue position is flat. And if you make use of your teeth, your tongue, your lips, so all those sounds, the combination of touching of lips, tongue, and then teeth and the tongue is named as to be consonant. So consonant means all sounds, all other sounds except vowel sound. So those are consonant sounds. For example, when I just go with the word university, we face a problem because we just look at the first letter. We never just look at the sound of the word. What is the sound of the first word? University, isn't it? So that is what is the syllable. So U sound, that is what is the sound coming up. And now differentiate this word. So university is given and then this word is given for us. And then umbrella is given. Look at the sound and its difference. For example, U sound comes over there. U sound comes over there. So here the sound is, just a second, my dear friend. I'll just answer for your queries. Just give me a few seconds of mine. Let me complete parts of speech. Once I complete that, yeah, I'll be just sticking to your problem and all. So yeah, umbrella. What is the first sound? The first sound is a sound. Isn't it? So So that is what is the first sound. So here what will come? An umbrella. So that is what is the right article usage. Whereas here what will come could be a university or the university. Could be a or the. Now what makes a difference? Now what makes a difference on the next one? So yeah, the next one is the. Now the means specific, unique, unique, and then epic. So yeah, something which is specified and plural. Again, plural. So plural noun. Yeah. For singular noun, we'll make use of a or an, whereas for plural noun, we have to just stick to the method whether it is specific or not. For example, Ganga River. I cannot go with the name Ganga River. I have to just specify it. So the Ganges or the Ganga. And then again, Himalaya. So the Himalayas. So we have to remember for few things, they just go with the word the. And even for few countries, we just go with the word the. So remember, that is the usage of the. The means what? Specific, unique, and epic, and then yeah, used in plural nouns. So that is the exact definition for article and its usage. So hope till this time you're okay with the flow and with the content. Now, if at all you face any problem, yeah, I'll be there. I'll be there with you. Just few minutes given to me. Let me just complete these two words. So the next one stands for the word pronoun. Now pronouns are very, very important. What do you mean by pronoun? So pro means for. Pro means for. And noun you know. So the word which is used for a noun. The word which is used for a noun is a pronoun. So used for a noun. any word which is used for a noun is named as to be pronoun. Now we need to remember one thing. It should be always parallel. It should be always parallel. What do you mean by parallel? What do you mean by parallel? Let me just give you an example. Sorry. One should do his duty. One should do his duty. Is it correct or not? Is it correct or not? So look at the pronoun word. One. One is there. Now another pronoun is his. Is it correct or not? So he should do his duty. That is what is parallel. One is not equal to his. One is not equal to his. So the right answer for us is one's. So one should do one's duty, whereas he should do his duty. So that makes the answer. Yes. So one-eyed man, what article is needed? So one, wa sound. So again, so just find out, is it one or one? So it is not O sound. So naturally, you can remove A or an is not required when one is there. One indicates what? Singular, isn't it? So do you want one over there? So one-eyed person, there is no article as a-eyed person. Then that is wrong. And one eye, that is again incorrect. So for the number, you have to go with the number only. So one is as a number, not as an article. So just don't take it as an article. Article differs from numbers, isn't it? So remember that. So here one should do his duty. Have I answered your question? And another one is he. So the parallel one is he should do his duty. That makes the answer, and these kind of questions are very, very important. Very, very important. Remember that one. So yeah, parallel method for a pronoun is very important. So let me just highlight that word. Very important. Now moving on to the last one. So last one comes under named as to be as what. So let me just move as per the pronunciation. So it is pre. Pre means what? Pre means before, isn't it? Then what? Plus position. So I'm talking about preposition. So what do you mean by position? Position means the position of the subject or the object. That means the position of subject or object. So where am I? So I'm in my home. So I am in my home. So in is the preposition word. Everyone knows that. But where we get confused? We get confused when the words are like into, in, on, etc. So this could be taken as what? So some of the words are state of action. So into is used for state of action, whereas in and on for state of rest. So he jumped into water. He jumped into water. So that is what is required. So when the question is one-eyed man, there is no need of any article. One-eyed, you have placed, yeah, there is a question asked. That is a good question asked by one of your friends. So yeah, his question is when the word is one-eyed man. Okay, this is a word. Wherever you find this hyphen, so what do you mean by that? This is actually an adjective. This is actually an adjective. So one is acting as an adjective. And again, a is an adjective, an is an adjective. That is a determiner. So don't get confused. Only one adjective is used over there. So don't confuse yourself. So one-eyed man. Hyphen indicates what? That noun and its count. and its count. So remember that. What do you mean by sister-in-law? So in-law is the noun, whereas sister, what kind of in-law? So that answers as an adjective. So sister-in-law, who is she? She is my sister-in-law. So sister-in-law, although it is a noun, but sister is what? That is an adjective over there. So remember the usage. Whenever it is hyphen, the first word should be an adjective. Just remember that. That's why that hyphen is placed over there. Remember it. So hope I have answered. Let me not confuse you with this example. We were just talking about what makes a difference between into and in. So into means what? Into means state of action. And these kind of questions, I could see many questions are asked. And in means what? So in means state of rest, and on is again state of rest. He's lying on the bed. So on the bed, his position is what? Resting. So he jumped into water. So jumped is what? State of action. So remember, so whenever there is the confusion, just find out, is it in state of action? Whether the subject is in state of action or state of rest, and just get on to the right word. That is what is into and in position. So hope you people have understood about that. So any confusion with the word that is named as to be parts of speech? No, that one is incorrect. One should do their duty. How come? That is incorrect, isn't it? One means what? If I go with the word there, that is again incorrect. Sorry. Because although one is singular and his is singular, but that is incorrect. Because one, the parallel pronoun is one's, and for he, the parallel pronoun is his, and for they, the parallel pronoun is their. Able to get? Yes, the right answer is he ran into the bus, or he runs into the bus. So that could be a phrase also. Remember, that could be a phrase also. Ran out of money, run out of money. What do you mean by that? Whether the money is running? No. That means I'm just playing with a shortage of money, isn't it? So that's why the verb could be a phrase, the verb could be a verb form also. So be cautious. That's why we are just making you comfortable with Ivan cap. Got it? Yeah, you can. So is there any confusion till this time in parts of speech? I didn't get you. What do you mean by I means? So this is what is parts of speech, and this is what is the complete idea. If you want to just note it down, you can just make a note of it. Yeah, few people are asking me to scroll up to just make a note of that one. So no confusion. Yeah, girls are answering. What about boys? Girls are really good. Their response is valid response. What about boys? Yeah. So I in Ivan cap. So I stands for the word interjunction. So what do you mean by interjunction? Intercept, isn't it? So getting to know about the feeling of the person is the word interjunction. What do you mean by inter? Inter means internal. So here, junction. So junction means throwing out. So throwing out your feeling. That kind of word is interject. Try to just put that word. Yeah, let me. If there is a confusion. So yeah, that means throwing the feelings. Sorry. Throwing the feel. That is what is interjunction. I can make use of wow. I can make use of sorry. I can make use of alas. So use of all these words with an exclamatory mark. So that indicates. So remember one thing, small I when it is reversed, that is interjunction. So small I when it is reversed, that is interjunction. So yeah, they want me to just make them to note down the rest all area. There we are, modifiers and rest all things. Okay, so usage of on. So on means what? State of rest. The cat is on the mat. This we have been reading from our childhood, isn't it? And the syllables, syllabus remains the same from our childhood till this day. Even I can find the same kind of syllables shown over there. So cat sitting on a mat. So that is what is the position of on. So what is the position of cat? Is it in state of rest or state of action? The cat is on a mat means it is in state of rest. The whatever the thing is, whatever happening with the subject is not in action. So that is what is talking about on and in, always in state of rest. Whereas into is state of action, upon is state of action, and on to is state of action. So more than 2 words, maximum state of action. Maximum state of action, except above. Above is state of rest. Over and above is state of rest. Remember that. I don't have the PDF with me, so let me do one thing. Let me just convert it into PDF form, and then yeah, I'll send it across. Is that okay? So that you have a better learning. Yeah. So there is a question till this time. Are you okay? Yeah. Shall I continue? Yeah. There is a person with a question. One of the 2 persons. I'm talking about how many persons? So one of the 2 persons was selected because the subject is one, not of the 2 persons. I'm not talking about of the 2 persons. So one among you wins the match every day, isn't it? So one among you, I'm not talking about you, that is just a whole proportion. So one of the 2 persons means what? The whole proportion is 2. Out of that 1 person, I'm talking about that 1 person. So that's why the subject is singular over there. So the right answer for us is one of the 2 persons is or was present. Okay, so here there is a question asked by them. The retiring principal asked his something like that. So let me just make you comfortable with all other questions. Yeah, okay with that? So yes, so we need to talk about the left out topic, very, very important topic. So that is all about the fill in the blanks part. But what about this one? This is the whole sentence structure. So until unless I complete, I won't be able to tell you people, yes, we have completed grammar. I won't be able to tell like that. So that's why just make me to complete all these topics. Once we complete, yeah, I'll stick on to your question. I'll stick on to answering mode of mine. So we will just have the conversation and the discussion on the question. Fine. So yeah, so let me just make you to know about, I'm not sure, but I'll just let you know. I'll ask and let you know. Whether there is any Telegram group or not, I'll just ask them and let you know. But you people are my student, you can ask whatever you want to ask, no problem at all. So sentence correction, concepts and the rules. So what are the concepts? So here that is what we were just talking about. So subject means what? Subject means the noun or pronoun. So if the noun is singular or if the pronoun is singular, verb should be singular. That is what is the agreement. And verb, you have to look at the verb as singular and plural. That's it. Again, you have to look at the noun as singular or plural. Remember that. Again, look at the noun as singular or plural. Oh my God. Today, God is making me to call a lot. He's making me too truthful to him. So yeah, subject, noun, pronoun. Either you have to check whether the noun is singular. If the noun is singular, just go with singular verb. If the noun or the pronoun is plural, go with plural verb. That is what is the agreement. That is what is the agreement. So whenever the subject is singular, verb should be singular. Whenever the subject is plural, verb should be plural. That is what the idea is. So that is what is agreement. So here that is what is given to us. So yeah. Here you can see the girl was reading. Girl is singular. Yes. So what verb is used? Was. Whereas when the word is girls, we have to go with a plural verb. So that is what the knowledge is behind subject and verb combination. Now the next one where we get confused. Always remember one thing. Each, either. That means talking about one person. So either of the box is correct. Either of the answers is correct. So either of the answers is there, but either means what? Singular. So we need to understand the usage of each, either, neither and all. That makes it to be singular. So remember that. So that is what the usage of these kind of words. So whenever a word ends with one, remember one thing. The word that ends with one or think or body. For example, everyone, everything, everybody. It is always singular. For example, everyone or everything or everybody. Yeah, everybody is listening to me. Is listening to me. So everybody actually talks about the whole group of students, but for me it is singular. So that is what the idea is. So here everyone is available, everything is happening for good reason. So everybody is present, everybody is listening to me. So that is what is the contribution of everyone, everything, body. So anyone, anybody, anything. So remember, always these are singular. No one, nobody, nothing, again singular. So yeah, just remember these things. So that is very, very important as far as pronoun word is concerned. So that is what is answered with an example. So each of the boys, forget about of the boys. What is the sentence? Sentence is concentrating on each. Each means what? Singular. So that's why we need to just go with singular verb. Verb with S is singular. Already answered. Is, was, has and all. So remember that. Now the next one. I know that I'm moving a bit fast, but need not to just make it slow, because this one everyone knows, I believe so. If not, then read and understand, or make you to understand. Am I okay with my pace of talking to you, having a conversation with you? Whether my pace of speech is okay? I'm waiting for your response. No response. Am I audible? Fine then. Yeah, thank you. So yeah, we were talking about another agreement, that is neither he nor his children work. So remember one thing, whenever neither nor, either or, not only but also, we have to keep the second noun as the subject. We have to keep the second noun as the subject. So this one acts as a subject, main subject. Now here, he is not the subject. He is not the subject. The subject is children. The second noun acts as subject. Remember that. With neither, nor, either, or, the second noun acts as subject. So look at the subject and then mark your verb. So children is plural. So here, let us take out the S kind of verb, isn't it? So the right answer is work. Whereas if the sentence is child, then the right verb is works. So hope I have given to you. Thank you. So you people are listening to me? Yeah, that is the right combination of singular and plural. Good. Now the next one, parallelism. What do you mean by parallelism? Again, we have seen that in our para jumble sentence, isn't it? But anyway, let me just mark it up. So LHS equal to RHS. So where and all the parallelism happens? The parallelism happens with most of the sentence. For example, let us look at this sentence. She likes. She is the subject. Likes is the verb. She likes to do what? That is what the question is. So she likes to cook, to dance, and to play. So everywhere to comes. So my sentence is parallel. No correction is required because subject is solid. Subject is there. Verb is again solid. Object 1 is equal to object 2, object 2 is equal to object 3. So my sentence is correct. What about this sentence? So again, subject is solid, verb is solid, ing is used, ing is used, ing is used. It is correct, valid answer. Now what about this? Sonia likes to dance. Okay, so to dance is infinitive verb, sing is just a verb, whereas ing could be a gerund noun or verb once again, but I'm not sure because all these three kinds of objects are different, isn't it? So either I have to make it or I have to add. Either I have to add or I have to remove. I have to do something. Now this one is correct. Either add ing or remove to and make object 1 equal to object 2, object 2 equal to object 3. So that is what is the sense of speaking about parallel method. So hope till this time there is no confusion. Yeah, I already told you people, one of the members, remember that. Of is there, right hand side, it should be plural. Of is there, then right hand side, it should be plural. So that comes under again subject verb agreement. Now pronoun agreement, yes, pronoun agreement we need to understand. So the thing is, if the pronoun is singular, again the verb should be singular. That we have completed in our subject verb agreement itself. So need not to worry about that. Just look at the pronoun as the subject once again. Now moving on to verb tense and its forms. So present perfect, what is its structure? Its structure is has and have with past participle verb. So what do you mean by that? So let me just give you an example and just remember this one, okay? So this is what is the structure. So I already told you past participle will come with a helping verb, isn't it? So this is the helping verb for that. So whenever past participle comes, that comes with a helping verb because past participle are big people, very rich people. They won't just come just like that. You need to just guide them every time. So remember that one. So yeah, that's the end for present perfect. Now the next one, simple past. So what do you mean by simple past? Have you completed or not? For example, that is what is simple past. And past perfect means something which has happened in your remote past. Remote past. Let me just give you an example and let me just make you comfortable. Shall I come to your home if that is a sentence? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, you can come to my home or you can come. That could be the answer, isn't it? So I come to your home. That is present tense, just present tense. But when I go with a word, so that means what? The completion of an action just few minutes back. That is what is the idea. So when I go with a word, I have come to your home. That means what? The action was completed in the present, but few minutes back. or a few minutes before. That is what the idea is. So there only what will come, have come, will come. Now moving on to the next sentence. I came to your home, that means completion of action in my past. So I cannot go with a word today. So I came to your home yesterday or a week before. I came to your home. Now when I just go with a word, so when did I make a visit? So I had come to your home. I had come to your home last month. So I had come to your home last month. So it is all about the past which has happened very back. That means the time period is much remote than the present period. So that is what is the idea behind it. So are you okay with the extension of all these things? Is there any confusion till this time? So yeah, I just want you people to just respond to me. Any confusion till this time? Hello, are you there? Are you listening to me? No confusion? Sure? So yeah, superb then. Superb. Yeah, I get the answer. So most of the girls are just coming across with an answer. What about boys? Boys, are you there? Only girls are there or what? Yeah, I could see one or two boys coming up. Fine. Thank you for that reason. So yeah, so there is no confusion, I believe so, and we hope so. So let me just take you to the field of just measuring your effort, measuring your skill set. Are you ready now? Are you ready? So let us just find out. So you people are present everywhere. So no doubts. Fine then. Thank you. Yeah, by 3:45 only we'll be getting the link. Then only we'll be able to share to you. So yeah. Meanwhile, let us just get the answers for all these questions. Yeah, come across with the right word. Yeah, I'm just waiting for your answers. Now, my dear friend, yeah, come across with your answers. Just put the number so that we can work out better. If at all there is some correction that is required, we'll be able to just talk about our correction part. So the answer for the first one, let us look at the answer. So most of you have started answering. So he dash here for the last 5 years. That means what? So for the last 5 years does not mean past. Does not mean past. The period is that means I have been teaching for a week. So for a month. So that is what it means. So for the last 5 years is again correct. That is exactly a phrase. So here for indicates what? This indicates perfect. Isn't it? So for instance indicates what? Sorry, I'm not able to just highlight that one. So for indicates what? Perfect. So only one sentence can come out as perfect tense, and only one sentence is there with the word has been working. So that makes our answer. So too good. So the first one everyone have answered as to be as what? C only. Most of you have answered C. What about second one? Yeah, there is a confusion. People are answering as B, A and all. Second one. Yeah, we got the answer for the first one. What about second one? Second one, A. And few people are answering as C. C for what? Yeah, come across with a word rather than A, B, C and all. That confuses us, isn't it? So come across with a word. So the next one, he thanked me. So look at the first verb. That is thank. It is past, isn't it? So mark it as past. Oh, yeah. That one is past. I'm not getting it. That one is past. So he thanked me for what? So thanked is what? Completion of action. He would have thanked when the work is done, isn't it? So it is past. Everything is past. So why to go with the present form of verb? Let us eliminate. Let us eliminate. And again has this present, isn't it? So the right answer for us is had done. Had done. How come? It is past, isn't it? What is the start of the sentence? He thanked me when? During my present period or past period? So he thanked itself is what? Past. So yeah, all the way that should be past. So some action which had happened in the past, So that gives you the clarity on it. So the right answer for us is had done, because had is past. Rest all is present. Has and have is present. Yeah. Now moving on. That is what you need to just, that's why I told you people, if at all you face any kind of problem, please make note of these things. Look at this one. Has is present, have is again present, has and have are present. Whereas had is past. Remember that. Yeah, come across with the right answer for 3, 4, 5. Just want you people to answer. Okay, third one. You people are there with an answer here. Is it here? Yeah. So let us find. So I dash a strange noise. I hear a noise, isn't it? So what is the thing? I am hearing a noise means continuity is there. I have been hearing a noise for long many hours. Then I need this for and since and all. So that's why I cannot go with this perfect tense. It is wrong because the venue, the time, nothing is given over there. Let us strike it out. These people are very important people. No, they won't come just like that. So let us strike it out. So let me just move on to the next kind of verb. I am hearing a strange noise, or I hear a strange noise. Now differentiate these two things. I hear a strange noise means that could be a continuous thing. That could be the habitual one. Every time you hear a strange noise, that is what that means. So here, right now, I am hearing a strange noise. Right now, I am hearing a strange noise. So that is what it means. I hear a strange noise every time. So then that means every time. That means often, frequently. So that is what is the answer of here. Here means what? Frequency is more. Frequent. Whereas I am hearing for that time being, for that time span alone. So I am hearing a strange noise right now. So the right answer for us is am hearing. Got it? Yeah. Now moving on to question number 4, get me the answer. I dash him for a long time. Again, you are given with a hinge. You can open the door immediately. There won't be any problem. So for a long time. So naturally perfect tense. These and all won't come. So let me just strike it out. Naturally a perfect tense. So for a long time. Now what about the next one? I dash English for 5 years. So I have been. Again, for is there. I need not to just continue with that, isn't it? You get the answer when you have the hint with you. Now what about the sixth one? What is the answer? Abdul dash to be a doctor. Yes, you got the answer. Abdul dash to be a doctor. What he wants to be a doctor. If at all you're not okay, ask a question. What he wants to be? He wants to be a doctor, isn't it? You get an answer. So he wants to be a doctor. his idea for future. So wants will come. Rest all is incorrect. It requires a helping verb. That is incorrect. It is not a gerund noun. So let me just remove all these things. Again, this one comes under subject verb agreement. Verb is singular. Got it? Yeah. Now moving on to the next question. All these questions are very, 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 very important. So remember that. He dash TV most evenings. So most evenings continuously, isn't it? So often. So which makes the answer? Okay, you're facing some kind of problem. This one? You wanted me to scroll? Fifth answer. So yeah, you get me the answer. For is there. So perfect tense, isn't it? Something which is perfect. So that makes the answer. Got it now? So the next one, he dash TV most evenings. So often. So which is the right one? Often, frequently. So the right answer for us is what? Watches. Yeah, you people are too good. You're answering. Now the next one, he dash out 5 minutes ago. 5 minutes ago. So action is completed or is it happening? Action is completed or is it happening? There is no for, there is no since. Forget about has gone, had gone, and have gone. There is no for, before, then since, while, when. There is no such kind of time specification. So remove all these perfect tense. Remove all these perfect tense. I told you, whenever you go with have gone, has gone, had gone, find out whether the venue is correct or not. If the venue is, the timing is not at all mentioned, forget about that. So he dash out 5 minutes ago. That's it. So he went out. Completion of an action. So that makes your answer. Now what about 9th and 10th one? Although the answers are given, but the explanation are never given. So for that reason only we are attending this kind of class. So 9th one, what makes an answer? 9th one, what makes an answer? Goes. When he lived, excuse me, look at this verb. Look at this verb. So that is past, isn't it? How come you can go with the present kind of thing? So when he lived in Hyderabad, he dashed to the cinema once a week. He used to go to the cinema. He used to, isn't it? So he went to, used his word, past. So complete by just making use of your own word also. You will get an answer. So that is again past tense. So when he lived in Hyderabad, he went to the cinema once a week. So that makes an answer. That makes an answer. So that is an answer. Just a second. Just a second. Let me just complete it for them. Then I'll just help you out to take the screen capture. Now the next one, the baby dash all morning. So since morning, instead of all, you can just replace with your own word also. You'll get an answer. What do you mean by all morning? Since morning. The baby all morning does not mean habit. How come a baby with an habit, with a habit? That is incorrect. Am I audible? Yes, they are coming with an answer. So the right answer, the baby cries means habitual action. Every day it happens. That is not the sense of speaking. The baby dash since morning. All morning means what? All this day. She was crying. So I need to just talk about that. So the right answer, the baby is singular. So how come have been? That is incorrect, isn't it? Have is used for plural word. So let me just strike it out. And it cannot be a habit of a baby. Baby with a habit? That is incorrect, isn't it? Again, you can strike out. So the right answer for us is the baby has been crying all morning. Got the answer? Yeah. So yeah, take the snapshot or screen capture, whatever you want to do, you can do. Just a second. Yeah, let me just share the attendance. Meanwhile, just few seconds of yours. Just a second, I'm just trying to just make you to mark your attendance. So that's why I'm just held up with that. Yeah, meanwhile, you can just go with the questions. So there I have shared the link. There I have shared the link. So for interjunction you're asking, so I is actually, that will go with, you're asking about I pronoun, isn't it? So that is one good question asked by one of your friends once again. So what is the usage of I? I could be singular as well as plural. For example, let me just take you to the answer then. Just a second. So I will come with a word. I was. Now what do you want to talk about that? So I am. What is the past of am? Was. So that's why the right answer for past is was. Whereas if I just go with the word I were. I were. That means what? Hypothetical. That means imaginative sentence. If I were the queen, if I were the princess, like that. So able to get that one. So yeah, that is the one. The attendance link is wrong. Just a second then. Okay, that is for, yeah, just now they have sent another one. Just a second. So now look at this one. Just now I have sent the new link, which now, yeah, mark your attendance. Right now I have sent a new one, a new link. Just find out. Is it the right one now? The link, is it the right one? Okay, you're asking about the 10th question, why it is not cries. See, look at this question. The baby cries all morning. But the baby cries all morning means every day it cries. Every day it cries. So that will be wrong. So just give me few minutes. Let me just speak to them. Let me just speak to them. Just a second. Just a second. Let me just speak to them. Fine. Let me just speak to them. Just a second. Our guests dash they are sitting. Are sitting is what? Present tense. So that's why let me just remove all these past tense. The right answer for me is our guest is plural. So the right answer will be have arrived. Now the next one, I dash him since we met a year ago. So since we met a year ago, just replace it with a period, not to confuse you. So a year ago means what? During the period of 2019, isn't it? If it is much confusing for you, directly replace it with some kind of number. You'll get an answer. So I have not seen him. So that makes the since usage correct, isn't it? So the right answer for us is have not seen him. Now the next one, we dash our breakfast half an hour ago. Did you finish your breakfast? Yes, ma'am, I finished. So the right immediate answer is finished. It is not have finished and all. Have means what? Talking too much about your time limit. So here the venue is not at all required. Whether you finished your action or not. So yes, I finished my action. That is what is the answer. So immediate answer for us is I finished, not have finished and all. So have you completed your assignment? Yes, ma'am, I have completed my assignment last week itself. So yeah, that means now I am asking, but you have completed last week itself. So that is what the answer is. Now the next one, she jumped off while the bus. So while requires what? ING usage. While requires what? ING usage. So the right answer for us for this word while is ING usage. So you can just move on to ING usage. So she jumped off, that is past. So I can't go with has moved and all. So the right answer with ING is was moving. So that makes an answer. Now the next one, when we went to the cinema, when we went. So when is there, that is an adverb. So when we went is past. The film past, isn't it? So two different action with two different subject. So we is subject number 1 and film is subject number 2. So whichever action happened first, for that one, you have to go with the word had. You have to go with the word had. Had indicates what? The first action followed by the second action. For example, the train had left before I reached the station. So I could not get that train. That what it means. So had means what? The first action that was done. So here the first action is had already started. Had already started. Now the next one, I dash for half an hour. I dash for half an hour when it suddenly started to rain. So look at the completion of the sentence. When it suddenly started. So started is past. Naturally, I need to go with past. All these are present. Have is present. Have is present. Then has is present, isn't it? So the right answer for me is had been. Now the next one, did you think, that is past, did is past. Did you think you dash me somewhere before? You had seen me somewhere before. So the right answer is had seen. Now the next one, the town dash its appearance completely since is there. So since indicates what? Present perfect, present perfect. The town is singular, so I'll go with present perfect. So that makes my answer. Has changed. So there we complete today's session. So thank you all. If at all there is any question, I'll wait for 5 minutes. Just come across with your questions, with your doubts, and let me just ask you people, if you have answered, if you have no queries, then let us thank each other and you can just leave. So if at all there is no doubt, you can leave. Thank you for being very patient. That too, today I faced many problem in just putting it across correctly and all. So visibility was not there and the mode of speech broke down. So anyway, we have corrected all those things. It happens because of the network issue. So yeah. So is there any question regarding any of these topic? So it is all about your tense usage. And the answers are there in our PDF file. So all those questions are there in our PDF file. PDF file, from that only we have taken it as to be a Word document file. So need not to worry, all those things are there in our PDF file. This one, second question. So I know all about that film. I know is present tense, isn't it? I don't see here present. See the opposite, the past is saw. Had seen is again past. So the present word is what? Have seen. Just present tense. Already sent. Find out. Already sent. Past of can and will. Can and will. That is the past of can and will. What do you mean by will? Will means, that means the promise, whereas would means permission. Would you please listen to me? So that is a permission. Which one you are asking for? I don't get it. 10th question. Okay. What is wrong with 10th? Yeah, that town, whatever it is, just look at this one. So since 1980. So since this period, she's talking about since this period, whoever the person is. So since indicates what? Link with the present. Link with the present, that to perfect tense. So that makes the answer. So has changed is present perfect tense. They decided to stay a night. If they are very specific, then the night. Just look at the extension of that sentence. Fine. Right now itself, let me just stop sharing. If at all you don't have any kind of confusion, let me stop sharing. Then I'll be able to just share it to you. The file, the PDF file. Fine. That I'll send it across right now. Word document need to be changed. Word document need to be changed. No, to you people only, to this, in this group only. Let me just check once again. Let me just check once again. And into. Sham ran for bus. So Sham ran for what? So that is incorrect, isn't it? So Sham ran into bus to reach the office. Yeah, you want to just talk about for means approaching, isn't it? So Sham ran for the bus then. The is missing over there. So it should be a phrase. So Sham ran into bus. Sham ran into bus. Let me just check because we face this network problem, no? So because of that reason, that won't have been sent then. Let me just check. They decided to stay for night. They put up their tent under the stars then. Yeah, that I'll do. Just now, let me just stop this screen sharing. Once I stop, then only I'll be able to just come across with your queries. Ran into for his bus then. Sham ran for into his bus. So both the words cannot come. Both the words cannot come. I'll just send it across. Just a second. The time is taken only on the uploading part only. So yeah, whatever it is, you can chat, because right now I don't have the time, because there is some instability with my network also. So if at all it is not getting uploaded, I'll do one thing. I'll ensure that at least I share by tomorrow afternoon. Today I'm facing some kind of problem with my network, so that's the reason behind it. Yeah, so thank you for today's session. Thanks a lot. So stay safe and enjoy, and keep on practicing on all those questions.